biller is going to be verifying is making sure that the patient's address is correct, date of birth, the NPI is on there, the address is on there, the diagnosis codes and the procedure codes, just making sure everything matches. And nowadays with the clearinghouse is the middleman, because you need a clearinghouse in order to get your claims sent off to the insurance. The clearinghouse is the middleman that takes the claim from the doctor's office and sends it to the insurance company. So once the biller gets everything corrected, it goes to the clearinghouse. Now, when it goes to the clearinghouse, they either reject it or accept it. Once it gets rejected, it's going to give you the reason why it got rejected. A rejection and a denial is totally different. Always know that a denial comes from the insurance. A rejection comes from the clearinghouse because it hasn't even gone to the insurance yet. In order for your claim to go to the insurance, it has to be cleared from the clearinghouse. So I explained what a clearinghouse was. Now, let's say that a claim rejects. The biller has to then identify why the claim rejected. Again, there could be a number of reasons as to why your claim got rejected. It could be the name doesn't match. Like for example, the VA, they don't like, or is it TRICARE? TRICARE doesn't like spaces. Like if the patient has two last names, it can't be spaced out. It has to be all together, like one word. It can't be spaced out. The last name doesn't match what they have on file. The date of birth doesn't match what they have on file. Maybe the member ID number is incorrect. Maybe instead of entering a O, they put a 0, vice versa. With Blue Cross Blue Shield, the ID always comes with like 3 prefixes. So sometimes one thing that I notice a lot, a trend with Blue Cross, is like the 0, they'll put an O with an O, vice versa. And also the diagnosis code, or maybe it's missing a modifier. Or what other rejects that I get a lot? This is like for primary. Now let's talk about a secondary rejection. A secondary rejection could be like the COB doesn't match the information, and also payer ID may be wrong, member ID, so on and so forth. So once the biller identifies why the claim rejected, they go ahead and fix it. Once they fix it, they go ahead and scrub the claim. Scrub the claim. The clearinghouse is just scrubbing it again to make sure that there's no more errors. Once it's good to go, once the rejection is fixed, the claim goes to the clearinghouse, it's accepted, it goes to the insurance company from the clearinghouse. Now, once the insurance approves the claim and pays, sometimes they leave patient responsibility. It could be deductible, copay, or co-insurance. Now, if patient has secondary insurance, then it gets billed there. If patient does not have secondary, patient is responsible for the bill. And the biller will send a bill to the patient depending on, how your organization works. If you are a one-man band and you do it all, you're going to send a bill to the patient. If the patient receives a bill and calls you and be like, hey, I received the bill. Why? Hey, we billed your insurance. This is what the claim allowed. This is what they, did not allow. This is the contractual adjustment that they gave us. A contractual adjustment is a CA, and it's just a discount that the insurance gives the provider for being contracted with them. So after that, if there's patient responsibility, it could be a deductible, it could be a copay, or it could be a co-insurance. So whatever it is, PR1 is deductible, PR2 is copay, PR3 is co-insurance. So whatever it is, you'll just explain it to the customer. Now, if the patient has secondary insurance, you are not going to bill the patient. You never ever bill a patient if they have secondary. Now, the only time the patient will receive a bill if they have secondary insurance is if the secondary insurance is inactive, like the coverage has termed, like they no longer are active with that secondary insurance, but they still gave it to you guys, because I see that happen a lot. Then you'll transfer it over to self-pay. But if the patient has active secondary insurance, which you should be doing eligibility, if the patient says, I have 2 insurances, I have 3 insurances, make sure you do eligibility all across the board with whatever type of insurances that they give you. I see it a lot where they'll be like, oh, I have this, I have that, but they don't really have it. And when you check eligibility, they don't have it, but they get a bill. So when the patient has secondary, once the primary processes and pays, you go ahead and send it off to the secondary insurance. If the insurance denies the claim, the biller then has to resolve the denial. Either it can be sent as a reconsideration, appeal it, or it might have to be written off. Now, again, if you are a one-man band, you're going to do this or if you just work denials, once the biller has billed out the claim and the claim comes back from the insurance denied, then it'll probably be sent to you if you do like claim follow-up. I've done claim follow-up. So once you receive a claim that denies, it can deny for no referral, no authorization, it's required medical records. There's a modifier that probably could be missing. And I actually have a list of things. So let me give you guys an example of why the claim could deny. Now, a denial again comes from the insurance. A denial does not come from the clearinghouse, okay? So once a insurance denies the claim, this could be a number of reasons. It could be because there's no auth, medical records, non-covered services, wrong DX code, insurance terminated, CPT not supported, timely filing. Timely filing is every insurance has a time frame that you have to bill them. Like for example, I think Medicare is 180 days from the time that the patient was seen. You have 180 days from that time to send a claim off. Some is 90 days. So 90 days from the time that the patient was seen by the doctor, you have 90 days to send that claim to the insurance so they can process it. If it has passed that time frame, now you still bill it and they'll give you that rejection. So if you need to write it off or whatever the case may be, that is what timely filing is. Then missing modifier, I think that's it. Okay, so yeah. So once you've resolved the denial, whether like let's say for example, the auth wasn't uploaded, but the patient, you did obtain authorization, you'll just send the proof that the auth was obtained before the patient's appointment or the referral, whatever the case may be. You send that documentation and information to the insurance. Medical records. Now, there's a lot of insurances that have portals where you just upload it to their portal or you can fax them. Most likely, I would suggest you call the insurance and say, hey, do you want me to fax, upload, mail, whatever the case may be. With United Healthcare, because I've worked with them a lot, Optum specifically wants you to like sometimes mail it in and they'll give you like a barcode sheet. But United Healthcare actually also has a portal where you can upload the medical records, and then Optum, because Optum is under United Healthcare, so it's like another insurance under United. Now, once your denial is resolved and the provider gets paid, if there is patient responsibility, you work it accordingly. So pretty much that is the process of medical billing. I have had a lot of people ask me if this is hard, if this is not. When you first start off, something is going to be challenging. Don't use the word hard, okay? Let's be more mindful and wise with the words that we use, because there's some words that you use, it'll scare you, okay? It's like, it'll cause your brain to go into panic mode and it's like, relax, it's really not that serious. It's not that complicated, it's not that hard. All you have to do is educate yourself and read, follow directions, and be alert. Like, it's not that hard. I started literally from the bottom. In my next video, I kind of explained to you guys, I literally started from the bottom, and where I'm at right now, I am so grateful and just so grateful and happy that I finally was able to find something that I love to do, not just like, but I love to do. Like, I go to sleep loving my job, I wake up loving my job. Like, I can't say that I hate doing this. Now, I've worked at several facilities within the aspect of billing in the medical field, and I can tell you that being a medical biller, I just love it. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below, and I will definitely try my best to get back to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.